It's so simple, but I love that little intro thing, right?
It's so great.
It's a great theme. Shout out to Alex B. I forgot what the B stood for, but he's the guy who created the theme song. I wish it was commissioned so I can claim it was just ours, but we got on like upbeat.
It's so
YouTube, the license is in the description. It's fine. Just they've noted it. They've noticed that it is copyrighted music, but it's no strike because I have a license. I have permission from the creator to use it. That's what my license says. Otherwise, welcome to the Moon Eagles Wrestling Podcast. I'm the Moon. This is Joker, and
Hi.
and before we get into today's subject, there's a couple things we want to talk about because we don't talk about all the wrestling news things, but we do want to talk about some things that were pretty notable. This last weekend was pretty notable, at least for a couple of reasons. One, the ending Backlash was yesterday. WWE Backlash in Tampa was yesterday. And of all the matches, first of all, if you didn't get to see the Danhausen match, I'm going to say absolutely nothing. And I just want you to go back and watch it.
It was so fun. Dude.
That is pro wrestling.
You don't like Danhausen, there's something wrong with you. That's all I have to say.
That match is absolutely what pro wrestling is. If you want the super serious stuff, watch actual wrestling. Watch amateur wrestling. Watch Olympic wrestling. Watch
Olympic wrestling.
Yeah. Which has its place. It's great. Watch that. If you want the serious stuff, go watch that. If you love pro wrestling, that tag team match between Danhausen and his mystery partner versus The Miz and Kit Wilson.
And I can't even lie. I really thought that it was going to be CM Punk was going to be his tag team partner.
I didn't know who was going to be. I thought it was going to be one of the regular wrestlers. I thought it was going to be one of the wrestlers with their face painted like Danhausen.
I was expecting Punk.
Spoiler, it wasn't Punk.
The surprise was amazing.
Surprise was great. That's all I want to say because honestly, I don't want my words. I didn't even warn Joker that I was going to mention that because I wasn't. Until I was talking, I was just like, how can I mention Backlash without mentioning the Danhausen match? Particularly because we will be talking about gimmicks on a very, very soon episode. Coming very soon, like next couple weeks. Literally next couple weeks, one of the subjects of our show will be talking about gimmicks. But real quick, the EO Asuka match, beyond being a fantastic match in its own right, ended in a very interesting way. How did that end, Joker?
In tears, man. Hugs and tears, like very, very emotional, which is very unlike Asuka.
It's not the character she's in right now.
Not at all. I mean, even if you rewind back to NXT Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, nobody's ready for Asuka. She was the hard ass, dude. Like, no emotion, stone face. I think the last time I remember Asuka really showing any kind of emotion, honestly, was when the title to her when Becky announced that she was pregnant.
Yeah, when Becky Lynch announced her pregnancy during the
that's the last time I can recall that Asuka was any kind of like emotional.
Yeah.
This last night was the next level of something's up.
Yeah. This felt weird.
Very weird. Very weird.
You could tell that something shifted from gimmick to real really quick. Once that bell rung and they got up, EO wins. And get a chance to go back and watch that match, you should. But EO wins the match, and then it's just all hugs, like deep hugs. Not like, oh, congratulations, you won the title kind of hugs. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe my last match was like that.
Well, and Io even bowed to Asuka, like that traditional Asian martial arts,
Yeah.
for the kick-ass match and peace out, maybe? I don't
You know what? It's kind of soon because we're recording this shortly after it happened. Um, so not a lot of news. I think her social media prior to the match had her posting lyrics to "My Way" by
Yes.
Frank Sinatra.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a farewell song if there ever was one. And so this could be it.
You
Um,
I don't know.
we don't know.
I don't know. I hope kinda not, but she's been a minute she's been around for a good while,
It's
so
been a while around for a while,
could
at
it be
least 10, 11 years in WWE alone.
right, so could it be time? Could it be time that she's wanting to, hang the boots up?
Maybe enough's enough. Not only do we have Backlash on Saturday, um, but AEW. So AEW last week had Dynamite and Collision back to back. So it was 3 hours of wrestling last Wednesday.
Mhm.
And all of that was making space for Fairway to Hell, which was like a 1 or 2 hour, like 1 hour program they did Saturday night. And it took place inside like an indoor golf place, like an
So
indoor.
TGL, right?
Yeah,
I
I
think
think it is.
and Tiger Woods owns that place, like, him and, Rory McIlroy own it, and the fact that there's a wrestling show being held in there makes me so excited. Like, I've only seen clips of what went down, but
Yeah. So I won't spoil anything for Joker's sake. So sorry, guys.
it's so
Uh,
great, dude. The greens, I don't know if they utilized it during did they rotate the greens at all? Did they make the greens move and rotate while they were doing stuff?
no,
See, that would have been
but
badass.
so there's like the grounds, right, and then like half the grounds was corded off, and that's where people were like standing or sitting or whatever, and then the ring was set up on that part. Um, so most of the action takes place in the ring throughout the course of the night, but the main event was Darby Allin defending the AEW World Title against Pac, and Darby immediately just like instead of getting in the ring, he just like goes to the fairway where there's like a sand trap off to the side, and it's just like, hey, I'm over here. It's like it's a falls count. It's not a fall. It's a anything goes.
Anything
No,
goes match.
um, more like yeah, more yeah. It's what was that? No count outs basically, so they could go and be anywhere in the arena they wanted to, but they couldn't have interference. So there wasn't like no DQ or nothing like that because they made note that if the Death Riders had interfered, Pac would be disqualified. Uh, but they could go over the whole thing, and they did. And I'll just say, if you at home haven't seen that match, if you guys didn't see Fairway to Hell, go HBO Max or wherever you find your AEW stuff, HBO Max, and go back and watch Fairway to Hell. The whole card was good. It opens up with Jungle Jack Perry defending the national championship against uh, Mark Davis. That was a pretty good match. I won't tell you how it ends. Um, and go watch that Darby Allin match. Because we're going to, at some point, won't be here, but at some point, we're going to have to talk about the run of Darby Allin. We're going
I'm
to
a
have to
big
talk.
Darby Allin fan, so I'm ready for that too.
I mean, honestly, it's like if you aren't a fan of Darby Allin, at this point, I'm trying to figure out why. If you're not a fan of Darby, like there are some things that Darby does that I think is a little bit unnecessary, but it's like, but damn, is it entertaining? And I'll just say this: when you have a story where your world champion is defending his championship on nearly every single episode of TV.
It's fantastic.
And it's not like light matches that are 3 minutes long. These are like epics with weapons and going through tables and going through walls and hard hitting. And it's Darby Allin, so you know he's going to like jump off something.
Spine to the freaking stairs.
Yeah, like Darby does some. If I'm being honest, Darby does some dumb shit, but
he does a lot of dumb shit.
But fucking Darby though,
man. That's another whole. Yeah, that's another show.
Show. Darby needs like a whole episode in his own right. We'll just talk about that then. The last little bit of news was something that you and I were talking about just now. Before we started, and I'm like, you know what? Honestly, these are pretty decent points. So we'll just go ahead and take a moment and just discuss them. We last talked about the New Day leaving WWE. That was our last episode,
right?
And we got into a whole lot of numbers. For the record, for those who I remember me mentioning that I was going to get the SEC report. I did. I did. Now, this is only a mere fraction, but I'll just tell you all that you guys can go to TKO's website and you can look at the bottom and you can go and find their SEC report. And it's like 200 and something pages long. Clearly, I don't have all of it. And if you're just interested in the executive numbers, you have to go and get like a proxy statement from last year. It's a separate document. You got to find that one too. But that's a web search, and you can find that. Sean Ross Sapp, I don't think he was correcting Joker, but he was talking instead of the 2025 number to some of the 2026 quarter one.
Oh, fact checking me.
Right. Either that or Sean Ross Sapp knows that we are a dope ass podcast, and so maybe he is trying to fact check this. I mean, I don't know. But
hi, buddy.
Hey, Sean, I'm just saying, Sean, if you want to join
any conversation, what's up, pal?
I mean, we'll talk to you. Just
what's
email
up,
me. You know the email. If not, it's right there. Go ahead and hit us up. Just let me know. But that's the part we were talking about. What we were talking about was the New Day. And we were talking about, last week, we were speculating on where the New Day should go or shouldn't go and things like that. But it just kind of occurred. Kofi has been doing this for like 20 years.
Right.
The real question should be, should Kofi go anywhere? Should Woods go anywhere? We had thoughts. Joker.
What's the life expectancy of a wrestler that puts their body on the line? And let's be real, both of them might not have been on TV as often as we wanted them as of late, but I guarantee you that they were still hitting house shows. They were still hitting the fucking the ring whenever they could and whenever they had to. So
yeah.
How long can the body do that? It's a car crash. Essentially, you're putting your body through a car crash every time. Every time you get in the ring.
Match.
So,
and that's science.
After
People
20
have checked
years,
that. People have checked that.
Years,
that's
sure,
science,
man. Yeah, it is. It is science. So yeah, after 20 years, I couldn't blame them after 20 years to say I'm done.
Because mind you, Xavier Woods didn't start his career in WWE. Kofi was on the Indies. Woods was in TNA for a while. It just got me thinking, like, is it such a bad thing for this tag team to, like, call it.
I
Like
mean,
at the risk of not being as good as the New Day, like
as a fan, it's terrible. No, don't go away. As a smart individual that knows logic and says don't hurt your body anymore,
right.
I can't be mad at you.
As a father, and they're both fathers.
Sure.
Like we were talking about this before, just sharing where I was just busy and wasn't always there to hang out and play with my son. Um, when I left that job, you know, he missed me. Those moments where I had to cancel something because of work, like you don't have to be a world traveling professional wrestler to have a job that's just very demanding of your time.
Oh, absolutely.
Trust me, Joker has a far more demanding job than mine.
Let me tell you.
And I think, and I don't think you'd mind me saying this. You only just recently came to the conclusion that, like, to the acknowledgement that, like, we can write our own schedules. We don't have to just miss out on shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like within the past, I don't know, year.
Because I remember when the idea of having Joker as my co-host came up, that was what I told our mutual friend Jason. I was like, Joker's busy with the haunt, like uh, I would hate to add an extra thing on his plate or try to have him maneuver around time. And that's one of the first things he told me is like, hey, we just realized we can do things on our own time because we own the place. And I'm just like, hell, if you're in, you're in, and here he is. But that's just one of those things that just weighs on you. You're just like, yeah, we could just stay home. Like Woods and Kofi could just stay home and just be fathers and husbands and
Be
just
people.
Right, just be regular people, be off TV. I think that's one of the things that as huge fans of that tag team, and it's just what we want is to see the New Day XYZing, being in the old school New Day again, being in the Hurt Syndicate, or having that dark persona, or whatever it is that you want out of the New Day. That's what we want. What have they been missing?
Yeah.
When they're at home and their wife is having a conversation with them, when they're spending that 90 days at home not going anywhere, that can change a lot. Just anytime that you get a chance to just be home without a responsibility, and you're like, ooh, is this what I was missing? It might be kind of hard to get off the couch at that point. Not out of a sense of laziness, but just out of a sense of, this is the life. I worked hard for this.
Yeah,
I
to be
earned
able to
this
breathe.
shit.
Yeah, finally be able to breathe. Sure,
To
why not?
to enjoy the fruits of your labor, like
Exactly. Right.
And I honestly have to say, a huge fan of Kofi Kingston, huge fan of Xavier Woods. I love the New Day. I'll be clearly talking about them here in a few minutes, but I can't blame them. And part of me kind of now wants them to stay home. Part of me does. Like Dewan wants them to stay home.
I don't know that they will. I don't know that they will.
I don't think they will.
Is it possible? Right. Yes, it's 100% plausible as shit. We just talked about why.
Right. Exactly.
So, but I just don't know. I don't know if it's actually going to happen.
I mean, they could make a lot more money, enjoy a lot more fruits. I'm just saying. That tree is not bare. The wrestling tree does not go bare. The wrestling tree does not go bare.
Dude, just to go on the fucking contour, go work conventions and make your money like that. How many wrestlers are fucking doing that right now? Killing it.
Right.
Killing
Speaking of conventions, how many podcasters are going to be doing conventions this summer? Right?
I am.
So as I've talked about, this is the Imaginarium convention many times. Somebody and his wife, all credit to
Yep.
Amanda.
Amanda did too.
Yeah, she's not a host of this show though. Love her to death. She's not the host of the show. But yeah, our own Joker will be at the Imaginarium convention. So you're gonna get chances are he'll be on those wrestling panels. I'm sure there's other panels that would be greatly benefited from your years and years of knowledge. But those wrestling panels will be fun, and I can't wait.
The wrestling panel is definitely happening.
Oh yeah, you'll
sure.
be there. I'll get to introduce you to my wrestling buddies. James Sabaya is gonna love you. You're gonna love it. So yeah, if you guys ever get a chance to come down to Louisville, Kentucky, this will be the time. Derby's cool and all, but Imaginarium's where you really want to be. Traffic's a lot worse at Derby, so come in July for Imaginarium. I think it's the 17th through the 19th in July here in Louisville, Kentucky.
And I'm so excited. It's my first time, period. Like, this was going to be our first time going at all.
Yeah.
But then yay!
It's going to be great.
To be a special guest. That's pretty badass. So,
I mean, you're going to be there with Dacre Stoker. Yeah, you're going to meet Dacre Stoker.
Ronnie Jonah.
Yeah. As special effects makeup and artist, and honestly, we don't have time to go through the whole list of credentials that Joker has.
F me now, bitches.
Yeah, you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a great time. But we were talking about the New Day leading into the subject of this episode. I swear we were only supposed to talk like 5 or 10 minutes about the extra shit. It was 20. It's fine. It's our show. We can do the fuck we want.
Even when we're not live.
Right. I don't do short shows. I don't even know how to do short shows anymore. Like for the audio version of this podcast, like if you're listening to this on like Spotify or Amazon Music, and hopefully Apple Podcasts soon. I'm not sure what the holdup is there. But Spotify, Amazon Music, I'm definitely there. I don't have to like upgrade the package that I got for my audio podcast because these bitches are too long. And I can't just cut us short because we got shit to say.
I mean, it's not crap.
Right. Actually, I mean, we may have been able to do a little bit fewer numbers last week, but it's fine. This is a much worthier
That shit was important, damn it.
It was. You needed context, damn it. You needed context.
That shit was important. We're talking tag teams today, though.
Sure are, and that's one of the reasons why the show is not about Backlash. All that numbers. We weren't kidding. We'll talk about some shit. We'll mention some here and there. We weren't playing. That's why this episode's not about Backlash. I'll let you know. So we're talking tag teams, greatest tag teams of all time. At least that was the plan. I don't have 10. I don't really have 10 favorite tag teams. There are a lot of great tag teams.
I didn't even get 10 either.
Right. I have like 8 that are like my official, like actual, like, oh, they have a match I'm going to watch.
I have 8-ish.
But you also said you got some information on some like worst tag teams.
I have worst, and then I don't know did you dive down the female tag teams at all?
You know what? Here's the problem. Female tag team wrestling is such a newer thing that there aren't anywhere near as much information like to pull from if you want to be like broad. But no, I do have some favorite female tag teams. The Inspiration is better than the Iconics.
I have some females as well.
Well, we're gonna go into that. Matter of fact, let's go into that tag team list. Yeah, because here's the thing: female. Not every company has had women's tag team championships for very long. Again, and we cannot stop saying this when we're talking about female wrestling. Shout out to fucking TNA, because TNA respected women's wrestling before anybody else.
Yes.
Who had women's tag team championships first? Was it WWE? No.
Ew.
Was it AEW?
Ew.
Even Ring of Honor before Tony bought it. No. Hell, they still don't, technically. Who did though? Who
Ring
had
of
the
Honor doesn't?
TNA? I don't think so. No, they have.
Wow.
They got the women's title and the TV title. They don't have. They don't have ROH Women's Tag Team Championships.
Okay.
But ROH is part of AEW now, so same tag titles. To my knowledge, I could be wrong about that, but I haven't seen. If they do, I have no clue who they are. But the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, those things are old. Those things have been around for at least 20 years or 10 years, at least 10, 15 years, maybe. I have to figure out when those tag titles came in line. So while I'm looking up to when TNA proved that they're the fucking G's when it comes to women's tag team wrestling, Joker, give us some of the best women's tag teams in the game right now.
And this isn't just right now. This is like standouts for me, but then also that when I started like searching, I found a couple that like I almost forgot about. But for me, the top of the list, the Iconics for sure.
Yeah,
I
Iconics,
absolutely
the
inspiration now. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. They're entertaining. Everything about their whole gimmick was just fun as shit.
I didn't like them at first.
Really? Were they annoying to you?
They were, but here's where it came from. I remember, mind you, this was in WWE, so this is different names than they use today. This was Peyton Royce, who's Cassie now, and Billy Kay, who is Jessica McKay.
Yep.
I couldn't stand their characters individually, and I didn't like them together. I recognized them as a team. They were a heel team, so I wasn't supposed to.
Right.
And it worked.
Dude.
Then
so fun.
But then something happened. I remember this is what happened. They started to actually fucking wrestle.
Yeah.
And they stopped just being treated like a gimmick team because these women were silly and they had Australian accents. But when they started to actually wrestle and do shit in the ring, like I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of fun. So much fun. The chemistry that the two of them had and have. I'm
still
sorry,
have.
It is undeniable.
Yeah.
And yeah, their in ring is bar none. I mean, they could take some bumps, man.
They could take some bumps. They don't look like it.
You wouldn't expect it.
The inspiration is a tag team where I feel like if you just saw them on the outside, if you just saw like a picture of them, like in a promo image or whatever, you're gonna be like, who are these bitches? And bitches is a general term, not a term for women.
Not being derogatory.
Because trust me, those motherfuckers at TKO, them bitches too. Say what I said.
Some of the bitches gonna come and body check you, fucking get chopped. I'm gonna love it.
Hey, you know what? You can take the show. Because I would love to see some of those executives on the board getting chopped in the ring. I'd love to see them get chopped. Not Dwayne Johnson. He could take one. But like Mark Shapiro. I'm not, you know what? This isn't about them.
It's another
the
show.
Iconics. The Iconics, they don't look like they're as tough as they actually are. But when you see them fucking take the bumps, when you see them hit the ropes, when you see them do the high fly,
incredible. Incredible. Athletic as shit.
And they got Harley, and their theme song is fucking dope.
It's
and it's Harley fucking Cameron. And I swear to God, at some point we're just gonna have to do like special episodes where we're talking about individual wrestlers. Darby Allin will be one, and Harley fucking Cameron is another one. Fucking appreciated. Her in-ring is great for where she should be now. She's doing a really, really good, which is a great partner. She can do some good shit on her own, but everything else she can fucking do, stop it. Stop talking. Go ahead. Keep going. Oh, side note, I looked it up. TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, 2009. I was almost right. It has almost been fucking 20 years.
It's good, but yeah, fuck.
Nearly 17. 17. Well, it'll be 17 in August. 17 years in August.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so when you hear WWE talk about this shit or AEW hasn't even been around that long, so I'm not even going to be mad at them. But TNA, you start TNA in 02, your women's division gets to start established in 07, and you got tag team titles before in 09. Stop disrespecting TNA wrestling. Stop disrespecting TNA wrestling.
Just have a whole show, just a TNA show.
I'm in. Shit, write that down.
It's already there. Let's see. Moving on. My next standout was the Divas of Doom.
Who are the Divas of Doom?
Beth Phoenix and Natalya. It was nothing but fucking just Amazon power, dude.
Power is the only word that you can use to describe that.
Straight power. And I'm sorry, smoke show, both of them. So.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Adam Copeland.
God, my man. Yeah.
Allowed yourself to be tamed by the Amazon.
No
the Glamazon.
Glamazon.
Let's not get it twisted. No disrespect to Adam Copeland. He ain't the star of that show.
Put some smoke on it. Put some stank on it when you talk about her name.
That's Beth motherfucking Phoenix. Don't fuck around.
Motherfucking Phoenix.
And Natalya, even at that point, and here's the thing about Natalya. Natalya is a heart, right? Yes, she's a heart. She's part of that dynasty. She's got the Dungeon 2.0. These are different natties. The natty at that point in time was taken the most seriously when she was with Beth Phoenix.
Absolutely.
And I feel the same way about Natalya as I feel about Tamina. Good wrestlers who could do the things, never got the push they deserved.
No.
And I'm hoping that Natty, not Natalya,
the Natty character's gonna. Yeah.
I hope so. Because I haven't seen Natty on TV in a while.
She better.
But if you guys get a chance to do any like web searching about some stuff, look up Natalya as she's running the Dungeon 2.0 and see all the people who are going through the Dungeon 2.0. That surge, that change in Liv Morgan a couple years ago. Natty.
Yeah, that Natty. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the behind the scenes footage that they showed, that was fantastic.
It's great.
So
there's so many videos you guys can go watch. Just go watch it on your own. There's a lot of videos to see. The respect you will have for Natty after looking at other shit. Don't just look at what
she does for the women division is fucking amazing.
And for the men who are rehabbing.
Yes.
She had Javon, I think she had Javon Evans in the ring. There's a lot of people who go through the dungeon. So this isn't just for women.
No,
Natty's training the men. This is just Natty being a fucking badass.
Yeah.
So don't just
talk about locker room leader. Natty is a fucking locker room leader.
Yeah,
both fucking lockers.
I'll go so far as to say she's an industry leader.
100%.
She's
respected across the board. No question.
It's not just because her last name is Hart. She's not getting respected because her last name is Hart.
No,
she's getting respected because of what she does, and she's putting that respect on the Hart name despite everything else.
What she brings to the table is like no other. Yeah,
she is keeping the Hart name relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. Divas of Doom.
Shout out,
bar none.
Go back and watch some of that shit because that was some power.
Dude.
Power.
Beautiful shit.
Before powerful women were cool.
Right? At
that point, it was just China and then Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
Like, it was that far.
That was it. There was nothing
else.
Was
it. And then it was like China, Beth Phoenix, Natty, nothing. Now we've got Bianca Belair. Now we've got Jade Cargill. Now we've got Jordan fucking Grace. And all these women that are walking in from powerlifting, bodybuilding.
Fucking you got powerhouses. Just fucking
Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile is you talk about underrated. Look, we're gonna have an underrated show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an underrated show. Moving on. My next standout was Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Bliss Cross Applesauce, fucking love them.
So they were the first ever 2-time women tag team champions
In WWE.
in WWE. So how much fun was watching them, not just in ring, but
What was the name of that coffee show that they would
uh,
do?
Bliss, something Bliss.
Ah,
Shit. I should remember because that was what I was getting ready to talk about. Was like
I
how
swear-
much fun was it when Nikki was sitting there and she'd like hand fucking Alexa her fucking coffee and
it was so good. It's amazing how you can get a little thing like that over. She's
and it
literally walking to the
probably
ring with a
shouldn't
fucking
have.
mug.
It
Shouldn't have.
probably shouldn't have.
But that's pro wrestling, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. So that was my next standout, just because they were just two-time champs, and undeniably in ring was fucking amazing. The chemistry between the two of them was wicked. They played the good. I want to say the good cop, bad cop, but almost one's the straight and one's the fucking goob, and
Yeah.
and they just sold it. It was really good. It was fun.
It was one of those things where I feel like it was a tag team that shouldn't have worked. On paper,
On
shouldn't have
paper.
worked.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorite tag teams. We'll get into it when we get to our list. Fits the same way. When you look at the two people on paper individually, the idea of putting them together should not have worked.
100%. Yeah.
But it did, and they're one of my favorite tag teams.
So I have two more for the females.
Go for it.
So I'll go with my number two, and then my number one is just undeniably probably one of the best, hands down. But number two is Lay Cool, Layla and Michelle McCool.
Yeah.
It was during the
Girls.
Divas era, so there was no tag team championship for the women. But there was a lot of good storyline for them.
Yeah.
And just the it was always high energy, just Layla and Michelle McCool. I mean,
they had this mean girl energy, and I think it highlights even more so because there wasn't a tag team division for the women,
right?
To have such a prominent tag team in WWE, because why else would you? You just had two mean girls who were just hanging out together, being mean collectively,
being mean,
and like the Picky James stuff, I think was one of those gimmicks that I feel like almost went too far.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, of course, you have a lot of women who deal with body images and body dysmorphia is a thing, and when you have women beating up other women over just a little bit of pudge, which quite honestly I found to not be a problem. Shout out Nick Aldis. Because Mickey James is absolutely stunning. But so that story was problematic, but beyond that, the team was still fucking dope.
Yes.
Like, fuck story. That's not them. They're just doing what they're told by creative.
Right.
But what these two did to establish women's tag teams, like to legitimize the women's tag team that weren't just twin sisters that were already there, undeniable. And Layla was fucking dope.
Yeah.
She was my favorite of the pair, and she could go in the ring. And this was at a time where it didn't really matter if you were a woman and you could go in the ring.
Yeah, it didn't matter at all.
It didn't matter, and it should have mattered. And
it should have, yeah, but it didn't.
It didn't, and she still could though.
Right.
So shout out to Michelle McCool and to Layla Al.
So my number one for the female tag team of all time is the Boss Hug Connection.
It was either going to be Boss Hug or Babes of Wrath. I wasn't sure where you were going to go.
Babes of Wrath was fun, but Boss Hug Connection, hands down, is my number one of all time female tag teams.
And it's Bayley and Sasha Banks.
Bayley and Sasha Banks.
Not to be confused with Mercedes Moné.
No, different.
But Sasha
they were
Banks
the very first women's tag team champions
in WWE.
Right?
Which, side note, if I'm not mistaken, those titles were crowned in an Elimination Chamber match. If I'm not mistaken, that was an Elimination Chamber match where those titles were crowned. And that being the case,
I don't remember.
Because I remember the match. I think that's what I'm not questioning the match happening. I'm questioning whether or not that was when the tag.
If that's when they won the titles, I don't remember. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Remember.
But I'm telling you all this: if you guys can go back and find that match, that Elimination Chamber match, tag team Elimination Chamber matches are wild anyway. The men were in one, and of course, nature of the match, the New Day were in that match. All three of them in one fucking pod. Wild. I didn't realize the pod was big enough to hold three motherfucking men. Especially when one of them was Big E. Especially when one was Big E.
Yeah, they
title.
Sasha and Bayley together was great. We talk about tag, this whole show's about tag teams, and we could have mixed in factions, but I think that's a whole nother show in itself.
That should be different. There's a difference between a tag team and a faction.
100%.
And for those who are curious, the New Day were not a faction. They were
tag team.
They were a three-man tag team. That's a whole different thing.
So the Boston Hug Connection was a tag team, but they originally dispersed from one of the first female factions, the Four Horsewomen,
which is a weird faction because they never actually were.
It was never official.
A faction.
It was never official, but they still get talked about all the fucking time, which is I love. I love that it's still something that gets thrown around in commentary, but yeah, you can't. I don't think if we're gonna sit and we're gonna talk top tag teams, I don't think that it's fair to throw the Boston Hug Connection in there because again, you're the very first fucking tag team champions in the WWE.
Yeah, that's respect on top.
Two of the top fucking female wrestlers of all time. GOAT status 100%. GOAT status. Yes, GOAT status 100% for both of them. So you put the two of them together in a tag team. Yeah, it's undeniable that they should. And again, this is my top, count, but they're my number one. 100%.
For further clarity, it was Elimination Chamber 2019. As the tag team Elimination Chamber match when the titles were established. So that was a women's tag team Elimination Chamber match. Lord, it was a beautiful match. Let's see, I can't remember. And the TV show, the little segment show that Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, A Moment of Bliss.
Moment of Bliss. Yes, that was it.
So
yes,
I got my answers.
She had her bedazzled everything, and dude,
it was so good. Women's wrestling is the fucking best. Shout out to some AEW tag teams, in particular, Babes of Wrath and Divine Dominion. I am loving the Divine Dominion.
Love Divine Dominion.
I don't know who the other chick is. I don't remember her name because she just joined the group. The group was Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford.
Mm-hmm.
That was the tag team. But then Penelope got hurt. And then this girl just kind of joined in like last second and joined the crew. And with Penelope out, it's just her and Bane, which as much as I love Penelope Ford,
mm-hmm.
Who I think is one of the most underappreciated female wrestlers in all of AEW. Penelope Ford, side note. So I went ahead and just muted Joker for a second because that's on your side. Is it still doing it? It's still doing it. Check your sound, homie. While he's checking his sound, um, that threw me all off. Penelope Ford is in that same space that I think Alexa Bliss is. Just give me a thumbs up when you think you're ready. It's in that same space that Liv Morgan was in for a while. She was good. You know she's good. This, that, and the third. But next thing you know, she's like skyrocketing to the top of the chart. And that's Penelope Ford. And I think if she can stop being hurt, I think she'd be like contention for women's championship. You're still making that whatever noise is. That shit's crazy. I'm so curious on what it is. Hold on. Homie? I have you unmuted. Are you unmuted? I have no sound coming from you. I have no sound coming from you at all. This is what I love because we're not broadcasting live, but we're still recording live, and I'm not changing any of this. I think I'm starting to hear him.
Can you hear me?
A little bit.
How about now?
I hear you, but you're quieter than you were.
All right.
So like your volume's low. Sounds like your volume's low.
How about now?
Much better.
Check.
If you can get up a little bit higher, that'd be great. We're still recording live because I love live. I love the chaos. But Divine Dominion, the Babes of Wrath is so much fun because I love Willow Nightingale. All right, now I don't hear you at all now. Nothing at all.
How about now?
Perfect.
All right.
What was that?
I have no idea.
We just looked at each other like, the fuck was that?
That was like weird, man.
I was like, is it me? Did I do it? So I was just like, let me just try some shit.
That was weird.
Pre-recorded just so you guys, because there's no reason to get into it now beforehand, but we'll get into it now. This is pre-recorded. This is not on Tuesday. This is on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
And we're pre-recording this because he's got a concert on Tuesday because he's going to go see Manson. But wow. Okay. Back to tag teams. Women's tag teams doesn't give it like enough credit. Those are some of the tag teams I like the most out of AEW. Women's tag teams.
I probably should have thrown some AEW in there. I just again, like you said, there's not much to when you search. There's not much there.
And their tag team division is small.
Yeah,
it's small because they haven't had tag team titles for women for a year yet.
Right.
So we are still establishing, like we still have makeshift tag teams, right? Mm-hmm. The only tag team that actually feels like a solid tag team is Divine Dominion. They feel solid.
Oh, yeah, without question.
I'll stand corrected. The Inspiration are in AEW now, so that's solid. Other than that, Stat and Sheeta, that feels put together.
Totally put together. That's just
even Babes of Wrath. Even Babes of Wrath feel put together, although they've established themselves as the first tag team champions in AEW. So shout out to them anyway, and shout out to Athena in Ring of Honor because we can, and she's like one of the longest reigning champions in pro wrestling right now.
I love her. Billy Starks is still working with her, right? Are they still doing?
I think so, not as directly, but I think there may have been a change recently. But I haven't watched our Ring of Honor in a minute.
That made me so happy.
Yeah, because Billy Stark's a girl from our area, and Athena, formerly Ember Moon. How can you deny her?
You can't.
I think she's held her championship longer than Roman held his.
Yeah.
If you guys don't understand the run that she's on right now, that's not even Athena's not even an episode all of her own. She should be a podcast all of her own.
Yeah.
There should just be a podcast special edition about Athena. Don't think we won't.
We would.
We would, and we just fucking might now. I don't fucking know. I'll have to go back and watch this episode and figure out all the ideas we just came up with so I can put them down. But we're here to talk about tag teams. We have a top 5, top 10, top group, top a lot.
Just a top.
We have a bunch.
Something for each of us. I don't know. Ish.
So,
a top-ish.
I have a this is for all my spades players. I have like 8 and 2 possibles. Shout out to spades players who understood what that meant.
I'm gonna go blind on this one, pal.
I mean, that's the top 4 right there. That's the top 4. Love that. There are black people who are going to be watching this show. You just earned like 10 respect points for that comment right there.
Hey, I used to play Tonk too. So what's up? The back of a Tark bus? How you doing?
Oh, that's some Louisville hood shit. Yeah,
you don't know how un-Caucasian I am.
I love this. This is so great. I'm gonna throw out my possible. This is the tag team I was alluding to earlier. Well, when you look at them separately, it's like, all right, this is this guy, this is this guy. He has this gimmick here, he does this thing over here. But these two should not be such a good tag team, as good of a tag team as they are. And I probably having them as one of my 2 possibles is probably disrespectful, and I am sorry. It's Kane and X-Pac.
Okay.
It's Kane and X-Pac. Here's the thing about tag teams. One of the things that make a great tag team, in my personal opinion, is when you have 2 people who either do the same thing extremely well, or when they split off and one does this and the other one does the opposite. Like when you have the small guy and the big guy, or 2 really small guys or 2 really big guys.
Yeah.
When you have a tag team like Paul London and Brian Kendrick, where they're both 2 small high-flying dudes, the Guerreros, 2 small high-flying dudes, or when you have like Divine Dominion or Taker and Kane, 2 big old tag teams, and they can do that. But when you got a tag team like Kane and X-Pac, though, like those 2, it should not have worked.
I would not have thought that you would have thrown them into the mix.
They were an absolutely great tag team.
I'm impressed.
Because you go back and you watch those tag team matches.
They
were the dynamic between the 2 of them should not have worked. Yeah. It's like for newer wrestling watchers, it's like Team Hell No. Maybe the common denominator is just Kane. Maybe Kane was just better than he should have been in tag team wrestling.
They're on one of my lists.
One of your lists. That's your best stuff or worst stuff, right?
Who knows?
Well, I'm going to give one more, and then I want to hear from you about your bests. But yeah, definitely Kane and X-Pac. And I'll tell you this. I have like my list of possibles, and I'm picking 2 of my possibles. I'll give you both my possibles. And then I have like my official top list.
Okay.
Let me tell you who's not on my top list. Edge and Christian. The Hardys are not on my top list.
Wow.
There are 8, and they're not on my top list.
Wow. Okay.
But my second possible, and it took me a minute to figure this one, And again, no disrespect to those tag teams. They're great tag teams. They did great work. I like those parts individually better.
Uh-huh.
I like Edge, Christian, Matt, and Jeff Hardy better than I like Edge and Christian, Matt, and Jeff Hardy. The Wolves.
The Wolves.
The Wolves. Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards. When Eddie Edwards goes into TNA, he's part of a tag team called the Wolves. The Wolves, man.
Wow.
What these two teams could do. What these two guys could do together as a tag team. Sure, Eddie's done some great stuff on his own in the solos when Richards left. But this was a tag team that when they showed up in TNA, they ran the motherfucker. Rightfully so. They ran this bitch, rightfully so. It was one of those times like, oh, new tag team, that's cool. Oh, new tag team. Got it. Okay. Like those two owned the ring the moment they started performing. And that's why they had to be on my mention list, top 10. And again, they're in the same like list of possibles as the Hardys, by the same list of possibles as Edge and Christian. Right. Also in there was like the primetime players, London and Kendrick. Again, these are great tag teams. They were my top 8, but definitely my possibles. So of my possibles, those were the ones that I'm like, I'm gonna put my money on those. I'm gonna put those in the mix and see how those try to get a book out of them.
Okay. All
right. Give me 2.
You want 2?
Go ahead and give me 2.
In no specific order.
No specific order.
No specific order.
Because that's too hard. That's too fucking
hard. Well, all right. My first, which would be probably one of the tag teams that totally got me hooked to wrestling, besides my father, like, you know, force feeding it down my fucking neck.
Right.
The Hart Foundation.
Fair. Absolute note. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Where do you think this was inspired from?
Papa Neidhart.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart. Come on, man.
Daddy's daddy. And her Uncle Brett.
Absolutely loved the Hart Foundation. Again, you're in an era, the golden era of WWE, WWF back then.
WWF. No pandas.
That they were undeniable. The Hart Foundation was undeniable. Like, I think at one time they were tag champions, and Brett was holding on to the world title at one time, maybe. Or
at least IC
title.
I think that was
the
an IC
run. Title, maybe.
I think that was the IC run.
Yeah, definitely. By far one of my favorite. That, just like I said, sucked me into wrestling. The Anvil, dude. Like his energy, his just the charisma, and just the fucking just unhinged. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best word for it. Yes.
Unhinged. What just? Oh, I loved it.
It drew you in, because I didn't watch at this point in time, but I had to like see, like I look back and I would find things about Hart Foundation.
Fantastic, dude.
So when you got the Anvil, all that energy, but then he goes in the ring and shows you all that power. He's all smiles and laughs and jokes, and you're like, haha, okay. Then he lays you the fuck out.
Yeah. The in-ring, yeah. And but the promos, the fucking dude, there's something about, you know, we already talked about a show, but, you know, the comparison between modern and golden era, especially the comparison between now and golden era. There's something special about promos back in the golden era that was just so much fun. Like the shit talking was above and beyond anything you could ever imagine. And just the colorful characters back then, they were bigger than life, always bigger than life. And when you think about bigger than life tag teams, you have to talk about the Hart Foundation.
They were the Harts in wrestling is that family where if your last name was Hart, success was almost guaranteed.
You're royal. You're a royal family member.
Yeah.
I mean,
consider
no question.
this. When you hear Cody Rhodes' music come on, it says wrestling has more than one royal family. What family do you think he's referring to? He's referring to the fucking Harts.
Harts.
That's the royal family in professional wrestling. That's why Natty gets the respect that she gets, which is one of the reasons why I think she works as hard as she does. Because she wants the reputation to be because of her work, not her last name.
Not her name. That's right.
And so a bunch of respect for all of that. But when you hear Cody Rhodes' music goes, wrestling has more than one royal family. That's the royal family in reference.
Yeah.
Unofficially, because he never really said that. But if you know, you know.
Yeah,
like if you're watching if you're watching this show, you know I'm not wrong.
So my second that I'll throw at you is considerably another royal family. The Steiner brothers.
All right. Okay. Yeah. And I feel like that counts because it would have just been those two until recently. Shout out to Braun.
Yeah.
We're going to ignore the recent comments of Rick Steiner. But aside of that, shout out to Janelle Shaw. NWA Women's TV Champion is the title that she has. I think I misspoke that a couple episodes ago. But yeah, that's one of those tag teams where it's like, it's brother tag teams, man.
Right.
It's brother tag teams. It's like the Hardys. It's like Undertaker and Kane. Not really brothers. That was more for people to think I thought that.
Right.
But still, it's one of those brother tag teams where these people clearly know each other so well because they live together. And in that partnership, that bond goes deeper than the check. Right?
Well, yeah. And these two, they were already, amateur wrestling gods.
Yeah.
And
University of Michigan, right?
Yeah. And the dynamic of the tag team era in that era for WCW, I'm talking about Steiner Brothers WCW.
Of course.
Before buyout, before they went to WWE. WCW Steiner Brothers.
Yeah. Classic WCW.
There was so many tag teams that were fucking just badass. And you had the dog-faced Gremlin and Big Papa Pump.
This is before he was even Big Papa Pump.
It was before he was Big Papa Pump. He was just Scott Steiner. Or Scott and Rick Steiner. But he was, Rick was the dog-faced Gremlin. Always. But dude, I will never forget them coming out in the Leatherman jackets. Rick would have the fucking headgear on.
Yep.
And the fucking the old school fucking onelet.
Yeah.
Singlet. And just like again, you talk tag teams, you want to talk tag teams. I think the Steiner brothers have to be thrown into the conversation.
And that's completely fair because one of the things that when you have a legit wrestling background, you bring legitimacy to pro wrestling, which feels weird because it's a scripted product in general. But if you want there to be credibility to the action, you gotta throw some people who really know what the fuck they're doing, right? When you got people like Shelton Benjamin in the mix, when you got people like Cody Rhodes in the mix, people like Xavier Woods in the mix, these are amateur wrestlers. Chad Gable in the mix, Kurt fucking Angle in the mix. When you get these legit, no one did more legitimacy to pro wrestling than Kurt Angle. That's undeniable. But it starts with Steiners because these guys did know what they were doing in the ring, and their technical prowess showed off. Again, this is before Big Papa Pump. This is before Steiner Math. Like, don't go there.
Yeah, no. Well before Steiner Math.
This is like classic WCW, right? Not even like NWO era.
No, this is before NWO.
This is classic era WCW.
This is Surfer Sting era.
Don't do us like that.
It's Surfer Sting era. It is. It's
I know it is.
Colorful fucking superhero fucking face paint.
But after seeing how old Sting has gotten in the last couple of years, it just reminds me how old I am. Like we're both kind of grooming this gray here. Shout out to old people.
It's like fucking white. It's fucking see-through white.
I'm still salt and pepper. I'm still in my salt and pepper era. It's okay. But
right.
I'm gonna trade you one brother tag team for another brother tag team.
Okay.
The Dudley Boys. I didn't mention them before.
They're on one of my top list.
So let's go ahead and talk. So let's talk about the Dudleys.
I love the Dudleys.
The Dudleys come from a faction of Dudleys.
Yes.
And in ECW, there was a whole slew of Dudleys, which is
it was
part
a
of the
family.
Gimmick.
They were a family. They were a bunch of fucking rednecks.
A bunch of half brothers.
Bunch of half brothers.
And that's
from
why
Dudley, and they were from Dudleyville,
which they populated Dudleyville.
It doesn't. It's a non-existent fucking town,
which is great. It's a great gimmick, and I love the Dudley Boys because they took where they were, and I'll give credit to Edge and Christian. They did the same thing. They took this brother gimmick that they had and all the miscellaneous rigmarole that went with it, because the Dudley brothers, the whole Dudley family, that was something.
Well before culture, cancel culture, their kids.
Yeah, ECW could never have existed today like it existed then.
Fuck no.
It just couldn't. God, but you get Bubba Ray and Devon throwing a little shout out to Spike.
Yes,
these three are the ones that really shined after ECW.
And
they were able to take the Dudley thing and come to WWE with it, and then the Dudleys go outside of WWE. They go to New Japan, and they go to TNA. And you're going to hear this a lot from me over time, but a lot of people have done their best work outside of WWE.
My favorite Dudley era is TNA.
Team 3D, because obviously WWE had the rights to the Dudley name from purchasing ECW. But Team 3D, where they were Brother Devon and Brother Ray, eventually Brother Ray becoming Bully Ray. Which he still goes. He goes Bully by Ray Bully.
Now. Yep.
And that's what you can't do a best of tag team. Again, this is in no certain order anymore, because to put the Dudley Boys outside of a top 5 is disrespectful instant. So we're not doing that here.
No, I couldn't, and
we can't rank them. At a certain point, you can't rank.
I can't. As I started making my list, I compared. A lot of them. Number one, a lot of mine are from several different eras.
Yeah, of course.
So again, it's the contrast is almost impossible.
Fair. Oh,
but
yeah.
Regardless of the era, the ones that we're getting ready to, I know that there's more on yours. I know there's more on mine that we're getting ready to talk about that are fucking just, you can't, how can you just say that's the number one?
And because number one tag team is such a rough thing to say.
It's hard, dude.
Because what you can't compare are the Dudleys to the Wolves. You can't compare those two.
No.
Right. The Dudleys, and here's why I have to mention the Dudleys. The Dudleys have to be mentioned. I know you agree.
Absolutely.
It's the success in ECW. It's
Yes.
the technical success in WCW. This is the Alliance era. The success in WCW.
They were getting paid. Let's be real. They were
But the
getting paid.
success in WWE, but the success in New Japan, the IWGP Tag Team Championships, the success in TNA, undeniable. When they were celebrating the Dudleys in their 23rd tag team title reign total, because TNA is where you get the real numbers from, ladies and gentlemen. Ric Flair did not win only 16 championships. I'm so sorry. So sorry to John, but he didn't beat the record. He beat the WWE record. It's the truth. He just didn't. I think it's like 19 or 21.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it's like 19 or 21. We're a long way from that. Long way. But that's territory era, and some of those territory numbers don't count for everybody because that's how territories.
Some people think that it doesn't exist.
Different era. Different episode. We can't do that here. I can't even jump into it. But what the Dudleys did for tag team wrestling, wrestling in the 90s, wrestling in the 2000s, the aughts, wrestling in the 2010s, wrestling fucking last year at Bound for Glory or some shit?
Yeah,
against the Hardys?
Last year, yeah.
4 decades of tag team wrestling. Wrestling in 4 fucking decades in tag team wrestling. These guys are tag team wrestling.
Yes.
Could you call them the greatest tag team of all time? You could. I wouldn't argue with you. I may not immediately agree. I might not be the one to say it.
I would call them goats. I would call them goats. They earned goat status for sure.
They established the definition of goat status.
Yes. But again, we're talking top tag teams of all time. You cannot.
Yeah.
Just can't.
Once you get to a certain level, like they're just all top tag teams of all time. They're all sharing the number one.
The Dudleys are definitely on my list as well.
And the influence the Dudleys have had in every win and loss that they've
across the board.
Yeah.
Without the Dudleys, there would be no tag teams.
That's bold but fair. Modern tag teams
would not exist without the Dudleys. You would not hear "We want tables" if it wasn't for the Dudleys.
Today. What's today?
You would never ever hear "We want tables."
The next Raw you hear when they're like, "We want tables."
Think about the Dudleys.
Table matches exist because of the Dudleys.
Because of the Dudleys.
They're popular weapons used because of the Dudleys. I will spoil this one part. There's one part in the Darby Allin Pac match where there's like 4 tables stacked up.
I saw it.
and Darby goes through it. Won't tell you if he wins or loses.
Thank you.
But he goes through them. He definitely goes fucking through them. And never clean. No one ever goes to those tables clean like that. It was enough to break his fall. He's alive. But you don't get spots like that with the Dudleys.
Nope.
You don't.
Nope. Give me another one.
Okay. One of my favorites, but not the tag. I'm gonna save this one for. Let me. You know, I'm gonna wait. We're gonna go FTR.
FTR. Okay.
The current reigning AEW Tag Team Champions, formerly known as the Revival. Shout out if you don't know what FTR stands for.
Formerly known.
They were so when there was a rivalry, cross-branded rivalry between the Young Bucks and the Revival, because they were both considered the best tag teams in the world active. The Young Bucks would say, "Fuck the Revival."
Fuck the Revival.
And hashtag FTR. So when the Revival joins AEW, what other name were they going to go by besides FTR? So fuck the Revival, or for the Revival, or for the Revolution, or insert whatever other thing that it's fuck the Revival. That's what FTR stands for. Either way, FTR genuinely. I remember watching them in NXT. And in NXT, they were the best tag team.
I think that I enjoyed watching them the most in NXT. I love watching them now in AEW.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
When they hit main roster, I lost interest.
Yeah. And again, creative. What can you do?
100%. Not on them.
No.
Just on
And
creative.
they showed that because of what they did in NXT and what they're doing right now in AEW.
Yes. I can't argue.
It's they are what their power, their strength, their tag team continuity. Because again, that's what differentiates a tag team from two people who are tag teaming together.
Yeah.
And FTR is genuinely a tag team. They are genuine, I would say, descendants from the Dudleys. From what the Dudleys built of what a tag team can be, with that continuity, that sort of that energy where you have that continuity together, and that power and skill set that comes strictly that's descended from the tree of Dudley. That is fruit from the tree of Dudley, in my opinion. So yeah, you don't get an FTR without the Dudleys. So mentioning those two teams. So go ahead and give me some more. Give me some more.
All right, let's see. This one or this one. Let's see. All right. We're going to talk about the Dudleys. We're just going to go right ahead and talk about them. Edge and Christian. Edge and Christian are on my top list.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Like, I can't deny what they've done for tag team wrestling. I'm just saying.
And also, I'm going to throw them in as they are right now, too. As
Cage and Cope.
Cage and Cope. They are the definition of a tag team. Since the inception of their characters as wrestlers, even before they got signed into the WWF, Edge and Christian are when you talk about the greatest top tag teams of all time, you look at tag team matches that exist now, because like we just talked about with the Dudleys and Tables, Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardy Boys, TLC matches would not exist if not for those tag teams.
You wouldn't have. Remember, at some point, not too long ago, there was an entire pay-per-view titled TLC. The TLC match.
It wouldn't have been a thing
solely because of those three tag teams: the Dudleys, the Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian. I guess I don't know if the Hardys were your next tag team, but
no, I don't even have the Hardys on my list.
Well, let's just go ahead and talk to them, because we can just. We've already mentioned the Dudleys. You're talking Edge and Christian. We'll go ahead and throw the Dudleys in here.
Well, sure, we can throw them in there. Mix.
It's just for this TLC conversation.
For sure. I will never ever forget the very first TLC match. Just the dynamic
table match.
Yeah, the dynamic of that fucking match, dude. It was shit that we had never seen before.
It's brand fucking new.
You know, you talk about it now, and fans now are like, "Oh, that was it."
Right, but mind you, we're looking at that from like 25 years in the future, because that shit was 01, right?
Yeah,
1 or 2, right? It was right there. I was still in fucking high school, right?
You're talking just after the Hell in a Cell with Mick, right? It was Hell. So it was all after that. Yeah. It was in the early 2000s was the birth of TLC, I believe.
I'm thinking 2001. It was possibly 2002. TLC.
But I think anytime that you talk about any one of those
2000.
2000. Okay, so right at the turn.
2000.
Anytime you talk about any one of those tag teams, you have to undeniably mention, at least in good fucking decency, the other two tag teams.
Which is why, even though the Hardys are not on our list, either one of them, which some people are going to like give us a lot of shit about that.
Hey, get mad at me. I don't care. I love the Hardys. I'm a big Hardy fan, but they're not on my list. They're not on my list. They're just not.
They've done a lot for tag team wrestling, and this match is quintessential for the Hardys. But
no, I mean, I looked at it from different angles too, like just the full sheer package of each team. I came at it in that look of like, okay, for instance, for Edge and Christian, after being in ring, the last show we talked about the network and how awesome the network was.
Yeah,
the Edge and Christian show. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Comedy gold.
Comedy gold.
And all it was, like, legitimately was from anything that you remember from watching Edge and Christian during their time in ring, when they would do promos backstage, any of their vignettes, any of that shit was super goofed out. The fucking kazoos, you know, and this is why Edge and Christian will forever be in my top of fucking tag teams, because of shit like that. We talk about gimmicks. I
forgot about the kazoos.
And how, you know, we're gonna have gimmicks. It's gonna be a show soon, but the shit that these two retards would fucking pull off, and fucking never mind sell the shit out of it. They would get it over. It would get over so fucking fast and so well that you could not even. You wanted to tune in every week to see what those two idiots were gonna do.
Yeah.
So now, and then, like I said, then after in ring, you had the Edge and Christian show, which again was just pure gold, fucking comedy gold. And then now, you know, after WWE, they're both fucking killing it in AEW. So
more accurately, life after career-threatening injuries.
Oh, that too, for both of them.
For both of them, they both had injuries where wrestling would kill them.
Yeah.
And this is not a metaphorical thing. This is a very literal, the wrong bump would have paralyzed Edge.
Yes.
It would have, killed Edge or Christian. And they both did the work to rehab. They were both retired. And then they didn't need to. Then they could both get cleared. And imagine, like we were talking about with the New Day, where you're done, but you can move and carry your kid, right? Yeah. You can still, go on a walk with your wife and still set the dinner table, right? And then you realize you can wrestle again.
Yeah.
And you come back to wrestling. That's love. That's love and dedication to a sport that can't be denied, right? So just acknowledging that into their GOAT status, because I do think, while they weren't on my top 10 list, that's one of the reasons why they are one of the most respected tag teams of all time.
Yeah,
and rightfully so.
And as a singles wrestler too, like I'm a huge Edge fan. Like I'm an Edge head.
Love
huge Edge head.
Love Edge in his, honestly, and I'll be fair, it's Edge in his solo career and how good he was as Edge on his own is the reason why I didn't put Edge and Christian as my tag.
And I almost didn't. Because of that as well. But because I didn't put the Hardys. Again, there was other things that I looked at outside of just being kick-ass tag teams.
Right.
All right, your turn.
So I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with the tag team that got me into pro wrestling.
Okay.
Right. Without this tag team, this show doesn't exist. Without this tag team, I don't own those belts up there. I don't do anything wrestling related. I don't watch pro wrestling without this tag team. It's a Monday Night Raw. My friend from school was always talking about wrestling, and they were like, "Go watch. Just turn on this channel at this time." So I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. Show comes on. Now I have this conception of what wrestling is, and wrestling's stupid to me, right? It's just a bunch of old guys beating each other up in the ring, right?
It's fake.
So what do I do when I turn? What do I see when I turn on this show on this channel at this time? Two old dudes just beating each other up in the ring. It's exactly like old dudes, right? Some guy named Chainsaw Charlie and a rando dude called Cactus Jack. And I'm watching them have this hardcore match where they're like beating each other up with signs and garbage cans and dumb shit, right? I'm bored off my ass.
Respect to Mrs. Foley's baby boy.
I was bored off my ass. It's truth is truth. I don't lie for nobody. So I'm like, this is exactly what I was afraid I was going to be having to watch. But the girl that told me to watch it was really cute, so I was watching it anyway. And then these two young guys come out and start fighting the old dudes. And I'm like, okay, didn't see this one coming. I'm watching. Then they follow them onto the stage where all of a sudden there was a dumpster. I don't know why there was a dumpster there, but this is my first time watching wrestling. So maybe it's supposed to be there on top of the stage. Who knows? And then the two young dudes beat up the old dudes and throw them into the fucking dumpster. That's fucking funny. All right, I'm laughing now. And then one of the young dudes looks at the other young dude and shoves the dumpster off the fucking stage with the old dudes in it. The young guy's name was Badass Billy Gunn. The other young guy was the Road Dogg Jesse James. This is the New Age Outlaws. You see the background? Do you think it's a coincidence the background is black and green?
If you ain't down with that, we got 2 words for you.
So what? So here's this is what impressed DX about the Outlaws. So the Outlaws joined DX. And DX, as you can see by the color scheme, greatly influential of my life, honestly. Billy Gunn's still one of my favorite wrestlers all time. So is Triple H, fight me. So is Shawn, fight me. So is Road Dogg, 3LK, the 3 Live Crew. I still rock with the 3 Live Crew.
And China.
Oh, we don't even talk about China. We don't even like that's.
If you're going to talk about DX,
I was talking about the Outlaws.
I know,
but China. I was told not to do this anymore because of what my voice does. I'm gonna say this anyway. What I need the WWE to do is get over themselves and induct China into the Hall of Fame on her own.
Hall of Fame. It's beyond time.
I get it. She's in with DX. That's great. I love that.
So what?
I love that for her. I need China to have her own spot in WWE.
Her own.
In the WWE Hall of Fame. She needs to have her own. She needs to go in alone. I need this in 27.
Yeah, I agree.
I need this in 27. I needed this in 23.
No, I agree 100% wholeheartedly.
I needed this a long time ago.
Look, I was about to apologize for opening this can of worms. I can't apologize now.
No, because this is just the truth. Okay. We need China in the Hall of Fame. Matter of fact, I think if I say clip this, I can get the StreamYard to clip this part. I need China in the Hall of Fame by herself. I need that.
2027.
For 27, I need that announcement. So I need an announcement by Survivor Series or at the Rumble or sometime. Yep. I don't really care when. Do you announce it?
Not one of those stupid fucking.
Yeah, not a legacy thing. I need a
legacy fucking no. Put her in the Hall of Fame.
Like with AJ Styles and with Stephanie McMahon. Like
legit.
That's worth the rant. That's worth the rant.
Legit.
Yeah. So
New Age Outlaws. Back to the New Age Outlaws.
Back to the New Age Outlaws. I love the New Age Outlaws. One of the things the New Age Outlaws, to me, besides getting me into wrestling in its own right, so it's always going to be a special spot for me. But when you could see that Road Dogg winning a singles championship, Billy Gunn winning a singles championship didn't disrupt the team, because you can do that.
Yeah.
The tag teams can hold individual gold and still be a tag team. You don't have to always break them up. The Outlaws showed that. You can have the Outlaws fight each other and then not break up the team. The Outlaws showed us this. Triple threat matches have what's called the Outlaws clause, where you can't go and pin your own partner to win the match. Why? Because the Outlaws did it. Great. Fantastic. I love that story work. That was DOA and LOD. The Outlaws. One of my number one favorite tag team of all time.
I like
personally love the Outlaws. Argue with you wrong.
I like it. No, I like
Give me another one. Give me one.
All right, this one was kind of like an honorable mention, really, and I'm gonna piggyback two teams at one time because they're both super old school.
Okay.
And I feel like if I didn't give them kind of credit, I would be a bad fan of wrestling in general.
Okay.
The Freebirds and the Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette is my guy. I know a lot of people hate on Corny. I'm a Jim Cornette guy, and I remember some of my earliest memories of wrestling was watching NWA and seeing Jim Cornette with his fucking tennis racket, and out come the fucking Rock and Roll Express. And then lo and behold, the next fucking team to come out are the fucking Freebirds. So it's like,
and the Freebirds need that special mention, because there's a lot of things that wouldn't have happened without the Freebirds.
Wrestling wouldn't be going on right now. Wrestling wouldn't be going on right now if it wasn't.
Theme music wouldn't have happened without the Freebirds.
Michael P. Hayes is the fucking. If you like WWE, thank Michael P. Hayes. Thank the fucking Freebirds, because one of the best producers, hands down, of all time.
He knows his shit. He gets it. And there's going to be a lot of people who are going to look back at some old storylines and be like, ooh, but does he though? I'm going to still.
Hey, everybody fucks up once in a while, man.
I'm going to say that I'll say this, because there have been some documentaries and some interviews and such. I'll say this: in my opinion, he succeeds more than he fails.
Yes,
that's a win to me.
No question.
That's a winning record to me. You know, if you're 8-4 in a season, those are 4 bad losses. If you got blown out those 4, those are bad losses. But you won 8 times. The record's 8-4 either way. You know what I mean? If those 4 were blowouts and those 8 wins you won by 2, like, okay, you're still 8-4. That's still a winning record to me. I mean, maybe that matters differently to you. Maybe you're a stats guy and you care what the differences were. But like I was telling my son when he was playing his first league of basketball, I'm like, I don't care if you won by 1 point or 100. You won.
You won.
The dub's still yours. Like, it doesn't matter. The dub's still yours. So
yeah,
I totally respect the Freebirds and what the Freebirds have done, not just for tag team wrestling, for wrestling.
Yes.
Period. Like in all shapes and sizes, all phases.
Absolutely. I've got one more for my top, and then I have a small list of just
worsts. Well, go ahead and give me your top, and I'll speed through my because I can speed through the rest of my top.
Okay. My top, I'm sure, is probably your top. So it's the fucking New Day.
New Day. I mean, guys, come on. Did you not think we were going to mention the New Day as our top tag team here in any way, shape, or form? We led with this. We told you this ahead of time without telling you. We told you without telling you. We told you without telling you.
There are so many fucking reasons why for me. I think the dynamic as a trio was hands down like unlike anything we've really seen. You know, there's all kinds of factions throughout wrestling before the New Day came around.
Yeah.
And there were trio teams, but nothing that stood out.
Yeah.
These guys fucking took a sour fucking ball and told everybody don't be sour about it because
don't you dare be sour. Collapse.
World famous
tag team champions. Feel the power.
I was a big
bumping meat.
before they were made into a team. I was a fan of Big E, and I was a fan of Kofi.
Yeah,
I didn't know a whole lot about Woods. I got to be honest. I didn't know a lot about Creed at all before. I know a little bit from his TNA time, but very, very little at the time. And but at the time before they became the New Day, I was a big E fan from Jump, and Kofi, dude. If you're a wrestling fan and you don't like Kofi Kingston, there's something wrong.
Click off. Just click off.
Don't listen to our show. Don't listen to our show.
No, you can listen to our show anymore. You can unsubscribe. You can block the channel.
Yeah, I just
don't care. If you can't respect what Kofi did, you don't even have to love him, but you better fucking respect him.
No, but yeah, that's so yeah. I
want Kofi in the Hall of Fame next year too.
Yeah,
damn it,
for sure.
New Day still rocks. Because they're on my list, and I'll just start from there. Because as much of a big fan of Big E as you were, I was a big fan of Big E also. Big E, one of my favorite moments in wrestling was the Dolph Ziggler Money in the Bank cash in.
Yes,
Big E's right there. Big E's right there. It was Big E, AJ Lee, and Dolph Ziggler when he cashes in Monday after WrestleMania, and like that was the best cash in since to the heist of the century.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Like there's no better cash in because when his music hits, I know this isn't about Big E, but it was because he was there and it mattered. And then everything that Big E did when Big E went solo, all the way up to the injury.
Yeah.
Fuck Rich Holland. Anyhow, I'm still mad. Big E's a better man than I am because he forgave him. And I get it. It's just wrestling. But fuck Rich Holland. There's something special about the New Day. We mentioned so much last week about how special the New Day was. And I stand by everything we said last week. And the only thing extra I can add is they made tag teams in a company that didn't give a fuck about tag teams. They made tag teams matter.
Yes.
We wouldn't have the top tag teams in WWE, which two of my remaining tag teams are. Loving the New Day, you can guess which other two tag teams I'm talking about after this. But you don't get their significance. They don't become something special without the New Day. They become special tag teams because of their rivalry with the New Day. I'll say that the New Day did them the solid directly. And my other two tag teams are, as far as there's like, hold on, 1, 2, 4 other tag teams. So 2 of the other 4 tag teams directly get their influence from the New Day by getting the rub in the ring. And that's the Usos and the Street Profits. I love me some Usos, and I love me some Street Profits. Specifically, the Usos in their penitentiary era.
Yes.
The Usos penitentiary, when they kind of dropped the traditional Samoan garb, the shorts.
Yeah.
They stopped doing the haka.
The haka, yeah.
They stopped doing the haka, and they just kind of came out as them, which I think was great because when you go back and watch the Usos debut, this was kind of who they should have been in the first place.
It was definitely their breakaway when they did that for sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then when they moved off and they go into the Usos penitentiary, they changed their theme song, which was perfectly fine, and we don't need the bullshit they have now. I've said this before. Main Event Ish is a great song for Jay. The tag team doesn't need the tag. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Just give them that Uso penitentiary theme song back. Stop it. Fucking stop it. Anyway, the Usos are a fantastic tag team. Another brother tag team. Twin brother tag team, right? Not every twin team's going to do what the Bellas do. Thank God. But I mean, shout out to the Bellas for doing what they did for women's wrestling, I guess, whatever that was. But
yeah, I probably should have put them in there.
I mean, they're worth noting, and we can talk about them in a minute. But they're worth noting. But if I had to pick, I'm going Iconics over the Bellas anyway, so it's fine. But the Usos and then the Street Profits. And the Street Profits were just, I don't know what got these two together, but God bless the both of them for whatever it was. God bless the universe for aligning in that direction. Because Angelo Dawkins, I've seen some of the matches before Angelo joined the Street Profits.
Yeah.
It was okay. Angelo would not be a name I knew if it wasn't for the Street Profits. And sometimes that's what a tag team does. It allows someone else to pick up, no disrespect, but pick up the slack, right? Like you get the balance off of someone. You don't have to have all the tools in your own right. And that's one of the beautiful things about tag team wrestling. The Profits, Ford's just the dude. I don't know what to do. Ford's the dude. He's strong and he's fast, but Angelo's got some power that balances with the speed of Ford. And those two together, go ahead.
I think now, especially since they've been back, dude, he's so jacked.
Oh yeah,
and just he trimmed up a little bit. You know, he was already fucking a dynamo in the fucking ring.
Yeah,
and the aggression now is just fucking.
I love it. I love it. When the Profits were with Bobby Lashley, loved it. When they were in TNA or NXT, loved it.
Yeah,
when
and
they
now
were
what
on
they're
SmackDown,
doing.
Loved it. On Raw, loved it. The Profits do no wrong.
No,
they do no wrong.
Yeah.
If you give the Profits a tag team run like you gave the New Day or the Usos, earned.
Yeah,
and nobody would question it.
Yeah.
You can put them in there and have them hold the tag team championship for 3 years, and no one would question them. I like when my titles move, so I'm gonna say this: I don't want that because I like when my titles move. But if you're going to give a tag team the tag team titles for a long period of time, that team's the Profits.
Oh, for sure.
It's the Profits. Since we're going to go to your worsts, I'm going to go ahead and throw out my last 2 bests. My last 2 bests are the Young Bucks.
I love the Bucks.
I gained a lot more respect for the Bucks after I read their book. Definitely a good wrestling book read. There's a lot of good wrestling books.
There are a whole lot of good wrestling books.
Great wrestling books. Books are still a thing, guys. They're still a thing. So go on Amazon and buy while I move out of the way so my book cover is visible. While you're on Amazon, go ahead and buy the Young Bucks book and throw mine in there while you're at it. Cheap plug.
Cheap plug.
I don't care. Buy my book if you want. It's not about wrestling. But the Young Bucks are a young, innovative tag team when you realize where they came from and how they got their start.
Yeah.
And while everyone talks shit about Marty Jannetty,
the Rockers was on my list for sure as honorable mention.
Right, but it's Marty Jannetty. He helped the Bucks in their formative time.
Yeah.
They reached out to him, and they it's all in the book. Go read the book.
I mean, obviously, look at their fucking gear.
Right, it's rocker inspired, as if you didn't know. Yeah, that's the inspiration. That's why where the tassels came from. like really, did you not know? Did you not know? Either way, it's fine. My other tag team is one of the best tag teams of all time, and that's the BeerMoney. I love BeerMoney. James Storm and Robert Roode. I'm telling you,
I'm a big Robert Roode fan.
I love Robert Roode,
dude. And now again, we talk about what they're doing now. He's a hella producer, dude.
Oh yeah, and I wish I want more out of James Storm. I really do. I want more out of James Storm right now. But those two as a tag team, what they did with the Machine Guns, shout out to the Machine Guns. I don't want to mention, because to me, like you put the Dudleys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian together, I get BeerMoney Machine Guns together. If you only know the Motor City Machine Guns from their time in WWE, please go to YouTube. You're already here, and and find a video that does like the series between BeerMoney and the Motor City Machine Guns. Find that series and watch the whole video. Yeah. If you don't have a brand new appreciation, if you watch that video, you should know why I'm so mad they got cut. Like if you go back and hear my annoyance at the Machine Guns being cut recently in those releases, watch that series and you'll see why. Watch that series and be like, how do we let this tag team go? Just saying. But BeerMoney, two guys just thrown together for no reason, and they become one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Period. If I had to put a number one, quite possibly BeerMoney would have been that number one. Argue with your mamas. Now, as we alluded, I want to hear your top 5 worst tag teams. I gotta hear this list.
So I had to just go ahead and do a search because in my mind, right, I already had a couple few that were just like, I could remember tag teams that were just like fucking god awful. Why did you do this? And of course, Google did not let me down.
Never does.
And they matched like 3 of my 5 that I had already had chosen. So
those are legit.
I was excited. So we'll start with mine, and then I'll tell you the ones from Google. Just recently put into the Hall of Fame, but I have to say, in my opinion, this is my opinion, Natural Disasters was a god awful, fucking terrible tag team. It was, I get it. You took 2 big men, and it was early Vince McMahon era where, look,
go on.
The one guy, I think Earthquake Yeah, I think it was Earthquake was also played a character that like he was a fucking African Zulu prince or some shit. And it was like it didn't translate at all. It's like, dude, you're as white as the day is long. Why are we trying this gimmick right now? So
Yeah. And
and
yes,
then
we
they
understand that white people live in Africa, but let's not get into that.
but they're not Zulu princes.
That's a whole different podcast. We're not doing that show.
So then I had fake Diesel and fake Razor.
the insiders.
Because WWE didn't want people to stop watching.
If what I watched recently is accurate, funny fact, the real Scott Hall and Kevin Nash got pay raises because of that gimmick.
Yes, they did.
So they were in WCW, and WWF wanted to kind of like stick it to them. So they had the rights to Diesel and Razor Ramon. They had the rights to the names, so they just put them on on new people. I think fake Diesel was what, Kane?
I think so.
I think Kane was fake Diesel. Anyhow, so side note, this goes into another fun fact. On Wrestle Talk, they had a thing where they had to like list names of people who had been in Rumbles, and people said Razor Ramon had been in the Royal Rumble, and he hadn't. But what people remembered was fake Razor being in the Rumble. So there was a big dispute on whether or not that counted, because it wasn't Scott Hall, but it was Razor Ramon that was in the Rumble. So does it count? Does it not count? That was the Wrestle Talk thing. I love Wrestle Talk. Shout out to the guys in London. Shout out to Wrestle Talk. But since WCW actually had Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, to make sure they weren't actually trying to go back to WWF, they got pay raises. So, I mean, good job.
So there's that one, and that one is one Google matched. Google matched me on that one. The next one that Google matched me unbelievably, and I fucking died. The Dicks. Chad Wicks and Tank Toland.
Yeah.
They were Chippendale style fucking characters.
I forgot. And Tank's a good wrestler. I don't know why.
This is, and look again, you're talking about era where as talent you are given opportunity, you don't say no.
This is ruthless aggression era WWE. So you have to understand, if you're in North America and you're wanting to wrestle at this time, you got WWE. There's no WCW. TNA is there. But TNA is still rocky. This is early. This is like what, 05?
Yeah.
For the Dicks.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is early. Mind you, TNA starts at 02. This is early. They spent a year or two doing the weekly pay-per-view thing, right? So there was nothing solid with TNA. So you don't have TNA. You don't have Ring of Honor. There is no AEW anywhere close.
No.
Some of the guys in Ring of Honor or in AEW may not have been born. They may not have been out of, at the very least, they weren't in preschool yet. That tells you, one, how new AEW is, and two, how long ago this was.
Yeah.
But this is ruthless. You don't have options. Like Joker said, you say yes. There's no other thing to say. There's no waiting for the other company to offer you something. There's no other company.
No.
So,
because right in there with them is, and this is like an honorable mention in my top bad ones, was the Mexicools. The Mexicools. You have to talk about
Oh,
them. If you're going to talk
oh,
about the dicks, you have to talk about the Mexicools. It was just a
that's
misguided. It was a
that
terrible,
is so
terrible.
wrong to put
It it
those two teams together.
but
So right, but so
but
wrong.
so wrong. So my next one is actually one of my favorite tag teams of all time as a child. Um, uh, and the gimmick was outrageous. The it was so stupid. The Bushwhackers.
uh, the Bushwhackers, and I'll go ahead and I'll raise you a Headbangers.
Headbangers are right up there too, yeah. But then here's where Google and me fucking hand in hand, the number one absolutely killed me. The Ding Dongs.
I don't even know them.
So they were from WCW, and they were a very, very small blip on the radar.
I I want to Google them so I can see this, but I also don't want that in my Google search.
They quite possibly one of the worst ever. They wore bright orange masks and bodysuits with bells on them.
I regret everything I'm about to do right now. But I also have a Google search about cyanide and candy. I was listening to the FBI. I was listening to another podcast where they were discussing cyanide levels in nerds. I was just looking shit up myself. My wife is fine.
That's as bad as my cannibalism search for fucking the butcher scene in the haunted house. So
listen, we do horror stuff, okay? One of my other shows, a horror podcast. I look up crazy weird shit. It's just what we do.
So yeah, the Ding Dongs were in WCW. If you can find a picture of them, you will just wow is all you could say. They got laughed out of every fucking arena that they went into. I don't even know.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not even sure who the guys were, who their names were actually. But I just remembered the gimmick, and then when I did the search, there it was. It's the number one out of the top 5 worst of all time.
Oh my god!
Fucking horrendous.
Oh no!
Yeah. And then another one that I meant to kind of give an honorable mention that kind of, in my opinion, falls into both good and bad category. I'll let you absorb.
I am.
I'll let you absorb the Ding Dongs real quick.
Yep, just suck those ding dongs right on in. Listen, this show is not marked for children, and the joke was right there. I'm straight enough to be able to tell that joke is perfectly fine. I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality. I'm trying to see if I can get this to show up. I can. Oh my god, I can.
There it is. There it is. I could
trust me. You don't want a better image. You don't want a better image.
Vividly remembered watching them, and it was just like, holy cow! I got to catch them live one time when I was young, and I'm telling you, they got laughed out of every place that they ever were at. It was a bad gimmick. It was just. So yay, Google for high five for matching me on that. But this last one, this is the last one that I have. That, like I said, this one kind of fell for me in both the good and bad because I personally truly enjoyed watching them wrestle, and I did, on a personal level, I did love their gimmick. The Vaudevillains.
Absolutely.
Aiden English, and Simon Gotch.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic tag team. Like the in ring was it was supposed to be like the I think the the 20s era,
like Carney style wrestling.
Carney style wrestling.
Like when you're watching videos of like
bare knuckle boxers. Yeah.
This image right here.
Yeah. And
that's the Vaudevillains. Oh yeah, great gimmick.
The gimmick was good, but at the same time, I guess it just didn't sell right when they got up to the main roster, because I remember wholeheartedly in NXT, like it was sold so well, like it went over so fucking good. And then when they got put up into the main roster, it was like, I guess too many people didn't get it. I don't.
Yeah. So here's where I think this is where I think this went wrong. The Vaudevillains in the same space as the Ascension, as the same space as Enzo and Cass.
And I loved Enzo and Cass too. So
my car is called Enzo. I named my car Enzo. There's a certified G decal on the back of my car because my car is a certified G. And
I almost got a microphone hand tattoo because of that bastard. Are you kidding? Like,
so shout out to Real One, Hot Day. Shout out to Real One in Fourth Rope. Okay,
dude,
shout out to
Fourth
Rope. Fourth Rope wrestling. Yeah, if you haven't heard about that shit, you don't know nothing about wrestling. You don't know about Fourth Rope. How you doing? So
how you doing?
Here's the thing about the Ascension, the Vaudevillains, and Enzo and Cass. The crowd that watched NXT before it was on TV, before NXT was where we got Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker and
it was an indie house show.
That's all it was. And it was
an indie house show.
And there are things that you can get away with in indie wrestling that you cannot get away with in mainstream wrestling.
Yep.
Some of the things that I see when I watch OVW, because I watch OVW every week now. Shout out to OVW and Al Snow.
I love it. I fucking love it.
There are things you just can't get. Super Z. More podcasts need to be using these names. Super Z, Star Rider, Baby Doll 169, Steven Steele. How Steven Steele got over, I don't. You know what?
Dude, he's so over.
Hey,
he's
Steven
so over.
I want Steven Steele on the show.
I want to, dude. I want Steven Steele on the show. I'll look into the bag of tricks because I do too.
I want to talk to Baby Doll. Let me talk to Baby Doll, okay?
He's so over. He's so over.
The gimmick is one of those things that should not have worked.
I want to say,
but it's indie wrestling, and it does. And I say that I bring up Steven Steele, and this is no shot at Steven Steele. I need everyone to understand. I love this guy, and I hope that I pray to God I'm wrong. But what Steven Steele is doing in OVW today, if he was to immediately go to AEW or WWE and be on Dynamite or Raw, it's not going to work.
It wouldn't get over.
Everyone's going to look at Steven Steele, and they're going to be comparing Steven Steele to Hangman Adam Page or Seth Rollins. And that is not what the gimmick of Steven Steele is to do.
No.
Now, I will say this. The money I would pay to see Steven Steele versus Danhausen, the money I would pay to see that match. Wow. I just blew your mind. Blew your mind.
You did.
So the money I would pay to see that is enough to make my wife leave me. But because we have a mortgage to pay, and I would probably spend that money on Steven Steele versus Danhausen. Because I want to call that match. Danhausen's too big right now, so I can't afford new Danhausen. I can't afford Danhausen. But anyway, point here is there are gimmicks that don't work on the main stage, and the Vaudevillains have that kind of a gimmick that only works in the indies.
Yes,
I'm going to put an asterisk on literally everything I just said. Because if there was ever someone who proved me wrong, it was the Outrunners.
Yeah.
The Outrunners were another one of it was an 80s flashback tag team. That was the gimmick. and it should have worked only in the indies.
Yeah.
The Outrunners work in a space where the Z-Force works, where Steven Steele works, where Star Rider works, where the Troublemakers work.
The Troublemakers. Dude, I'm telling you, I love OPW.
Where the Vaudevillains work, where Enzo and Cass work. And these are indie things. These are indie gimmicks.
And that's why I said that it's like falls under my good and bad, because it is, in my opinion, it is an indie gimmick.
But so is the Outrunners, and the Outrunners worked on TV.
For sure. Oh yeah.
AEW. Now I say that, and I don't know where they've been. There may be an injury thing. Maybe it's something I just don't know. But they're suddenly not on TV. But they got over like a sumbitch.
Yeah.
And so maybe if the company is able to take a silly gimmick like an Outrunners or like Danhausen and push them seriously, like not as serious characters, but push them with effort, you could get the Vaudevillains to work.
Yeah.
Aiden English doesn't wrestle anymore. He does commentary for TNA. I don't know where Simon Gotch is.
I don't know where Simon is either. But dude, I gotta say, even on the singles run after they broke them up, Aiden English was still on main roster for a little bit, and he did his stint with fucking Rusev. And dude, Rusev I'm sorry, that shit was fucking gold.
If you ever want to go back and figure out how the WWE fucked up,
dude,
they did not put the world title on Rusev during
this
Rusev
motherfucker. Day. I'm telling you, I loved watching Aiden English wrestle. Period. But the dude was meant to have a microphone in front of his face.
He is a walking, talking mouthpiece,
and he is. He's a fucking walking promo, dude. Like
the drama king.
He could fucking introduce and be the hype man for anybody ever. I'm telling you right now.
He was a hype man for Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah.
And shout out to Deonna Purrazzo, another women's wrestler who does not get the fucking credit she deserves. Shout out to Purrazzo. But the drama king was doing the hype work for her. He did. You want to talk about tag teams that shouldn't have worked? Two guys you stick together to work together that absolutely should not make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
One half the Vaudevillains who does all the singing and operatic singing, right? Classically trained, if I'm not mistaken. Also, he's a burping guy. Side note. Him and Rusev. And you have to say his name like that, Rusev. And
it was fucking beautiful, dude. It was good.
Never should have worked, ever, on no plan. That is the kind of tag team Kane and X-Pac were.
But it did,
and it worked amazing.
That shit got over so quick. Rusev Day got over so fucking.
They made a fucking calendar. They made a calendar where every day said Rusev Day on the calendar. All 365 slots said Rusev Day on that calendar.
Legitimately,
did I buy two?
It's a holiday. It's legitimately a holiday.
Rusev Day is a holiday.
In Rusev's fucking home country, it's a fucking day. Like legit. So yeah, to talk about a gimmick that fucking got over ridiculously because of one dude.
Yeah. Did you put the tag team titles on them? No. Did you put a singles championship on Rusev during this time? No. Did you put the world title on Rusev during Rusev Day? No. How?
Yeah.
How did you fuck that up?
There was just so much going on. Look, it was just bad. It was bad timing, I guess. I don't know. So on your Simon Gotch, his real name Seth Lester, he is actually running the indie circuit right now.
Awesome. I wish I could get them back together, even for just one show. But I don't know I don't know what's got Aiden English. I don't know what's got him out of the ring. Maybe it's just a job opportunity. Maybe it's an injury I don't know about.
Sure.
Whatever the situation is, much love to both of them because the Vaudevillains were a great tag team and it's a great gimmick. And maybe we'll talk about them again on the gimmick episode.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But I wanted to close this out with asking you about a tag team that I am so surprised you didn't mention.
Okay.
Because I specifically didn't mention them here because I wanted to ask this question. But I thought I wasn't going to get a chance to because I was sure you were going to bring them up.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I actually mentioned them very briefly in the course of things, but only very briefly. So I'm going to ask you this question, and this is where people are going to fight us. So I'm just going to put my email address right here. Just get ready to get pissed, wrestling fans. I expect to get your emails. In a lot of circles, if you look beyond the New Day, the Usos, if you look beyond FTR or the Young Bucks, the conversation of best tag team of all time tends to lean, if not in the direction of the Hart Foundation, in the team of the Road Warriors. So my question to you, are the Road Warriors really the greatest tag team of all time?
Okay, so they were on my list. And the only reason, hear me out, because the only
real quick, just to clarify, I mentioned LOD. In WWE, they were called the Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
LOD 2000 at one point, but they were the Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors.
Cool.
I had them. They have always been and probably quite always will be in my top 5, my personal top 5. I at a meet and greet, I got to meet Animal, and I didn't fanboy. Sat and talked to him like I've fucking known him forever. But in my opinion, god damn, that's a fucking. In my opinion, yes. When you talk about greatest of all time, the definition of GOAT, you break down the Road Warriors, the inspiration of what they were to now teams, even said then teams. They kicked ass in AWA, NWA, and WWF. I believe they were in Japan.
I think they were in WCW at some point.
They were in WCW at one point. I know that they did time in Japan.
I don't remember if it was All Japan Wrestling or New Japan Wrestling. I can't remember which.
Might have been All Japan.
I feel like it was All Japan, but they were in Japan.
Fucking yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah. See where I wanted to close with this, right?
Yeah, because wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Road Warriors.
To piggyback off of what you're saying, when we talked about earlier the Dudleys, and I feel like when you look at the Road Warriors, when we talk about like the tag teams that you would not have today if not for the Dudley Boys, like you wouldn't have an FTR without the Dudley Boys. You would have the Dudley Boys without LOD, without the Road Warriors.
Yeah,
I think there's something about them that in an era where you're going to have Demolition, right? Demolition works in the 80s. The gimmick thing works in the 80s. It was the whole Kiss style rock god kind of thing.
Like S&M at its finest.
Yes, it is. Not 50 Shades. If you really know, you know.
You know.
If you really know, you know. We're just telling ourselves in this episode. But what the Road Warriors, I think, represent whether you're a fan of them or not, I think it's only fair to acknowledge that they're in this sector with the Hart Foundation, where I think between the Road Warriors and the Hart Foundation, if you watch these two teams do their thing, you learn what everyone who either is a fan of tag team wrestling or has been a tag team wrestler, you see what they learned. You see where they got their inspiration. Some of them are still doing the heart attack today. They're still doing what is the Road Warrior finisher?
The electric chair.
Yeah, the electric chair. Yeah, the thing. Teams are still doing it. They're doing variations of it today because that's the we'll say wrestling cultural impact of the Road Warriors. So teams like the Freebirds, teams like the Hart Foundation, teams like the Road Warriors, if you don't have the Freebirds, the Road Warriors, and whoever I left out. I forgot where I was.
They were Rookies of the Year in 1983, Tag Team of the Year in 1984, Hall of Fame in 2011. They had the WWF Tag Team Championship 2 times. Then outside of WWE, they did time All Japan Wrestling, NWA, the AWA.
Classics in AWA.
Yep. Let's see, Fighting World of Champion, Japan Pro Wrestling, Georgia Championship Wrestling.
Yeah, now we're getting back to the territory area.
Yep. Let's see, they're in the Hardcore Hall of Fame 2021. IPW Tag Team Championship 1 time, Jim Crockett Promotions. So you got NWA World 6-Man Tag Championship 3 times with Dusty Rhodes and Generico. Let's see, NWA Tag Championships 1 time. Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame class of 2022. NWA Hall of Fame in 2012. Then they did Tokyo Sports, WWE, of course, Hellraisers with New Japan, LOD 2005 was when they came back and did a 1 time. They got the tag championship with the WWE.
Yeah.
And then Hell Warriors 1 more time in Mexico.
Now that 05 run, I think Hawk had already passed. Had he passed already?
Correct. He
so
was
that
already
with Heidenreich. So that was Animal and Heidenreich.
Yes.
Which is wild. That was a wild time. Animal and Heidenreich was a wild time. Just go back and go listen. If you do anything with this show, if you do anything from watching me and Joker, go back and find the other shit we're talking about.
It was 2005 would have been their valet was Christy Hemme at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And
shout out Christy Hemme.
Dude, there's the incarnations alone that stemmed after Animal was gone. Power Warrior was the Hellraisers because that was Hawk, and then Power Warrior was in Japan. You had the Triple Warriors, which is Hawk, Animal, and Power Warrior. LOD 2000, which was Hawk, Animal, Puke. Puke/Draws.
Yeah.
And Sonny was their valet.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then
Draws is a whole thing in his own right. We can.
Oh God.
Draws is
show just on that jackass.
Jeez.
And then Hell Warriors, which was Animal Warrior and Power Warrior. So just that, you talk about the GOATs and the reason why tag teams are the Road Warriors.
Yeah. I think that's it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. The beautiful thing about tag team wrestling, right? It's two people put together, male or female. God bless the fact that women are finally being respected enough to be treated and seen in such a.
Those guys.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
It's fantastic.
It's just and the spikes,
fucking
spikes,
the spiked fucking football gear.
It was great.
I will never forget when they took one off and got Dusty Rhodes right above his eye. That was one of the very first times I remember seeing color on fucking television.
It's the influence of tag teams. And like, that's the thing, like, these tag team wrestlers, there's a lot of tag teams out there that we didn't mention. The world's greatest tag team, Benjamin and Haas, translate that to the Hurt Syndicate. Now, Private Party, it's a great tag team, young dudes.
Several, and it's no offense to anybody's hard work or
no. But yes, that's the beautiful part about tag team wrestling, man. It's two people come together. And sometimes you have like just established groups that are going to be together no matter what, whether that's like the Usos, the Young Bucks, the Steiners. You got like old time friends who just come into the business together. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are a team like that. Edge and Christian, tag team like that. Los Guerreros were a tag team like that. Uncle and nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then you have like just two dudes that just work together, like BeerMoney or the Outlaws, the Prophets. And then you got teams that should not have worked at all, like Kane and Pac, or
Hell No.
Team Hell No. How successful was Team Hell No? Like, imagine
they were, and it actually kind of got over for a little bit.
Got over. It's two dudes. Think about this. It's two dudes. Bryan Danielson, who is considered to be one of the best pro wrestlers in the world, and Kane, who's supposed to be one of the scariest dudes in the world, and they're just yelling at each other every day. I'm the tag team champions. Oh, I'm the tag team champions. I'm the tag team. They do this for weeks. And we're just in it. We're just in it. That's it. You can take a serious tag team. You can take serious wrestlers and make a weird ass tag team that works. One tag team we didn't mention, the Rock and Sock Connection. These are two main eventers who formed a tag team and killed it at the tag team. 2-man power trip, two singles guys, Austin and Triple H. Kane and Undertaker are brothers, like Kane and like Edge and Christian are brothers. And there's just these tag teams that should not have worked, and they did, because tag team wrestling is beautiful. And wrestling companies should take tag team wrestling more seriously.
Yes, I agree.
They should. And so
I enjoy a good tag team. Look, I love what AEW is doing with the tag team division. The way that they run their tag matches is fucking glorious. I love it. I'm here for it. I wish nothing but the best for the tag team division in AEW, just because I do enjoy watching.
By the order of the Bang Bang Gang, the Bang Bang Gang,
the chaos that subdues inside the fucking ring in a tag team match in AEW is bar none fucking entertainment.
There's so many good tag teams. We didn't mention the Good Brothers, Roppongi Vice.
Again, big fan. I love the Good Brothers.
Best Friends.
I love the Best Friends.
Love the Best Friends. There's so many great tag teams in the world.
These are these are just some. Like
we're already talking 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
so we can't talk anymore.
No, and we barely probably touched the surface.
We haven't touched the surface, man.
Yeah. So,
because we could do a whole follow-up episode just on female tag teams.
I promise you.
And you know what? Because women are awesome, we just might.
We will. I think we should dedicate just yeah.
We'll just do a whole episode on women's tag team wrestling.
I'm here for it.
Because
it's our show.
Yeah, we can do that. But what other reason do we need? On that note, though, do you have any other closing statements? Got anything else?
No, man. Again, happy Mother's Day.
It's Mother's Day when we're recording.
Come and gone.
It'll be 2 days later by the time.
Yeah. So previous Happy Mother's Day. And yeah, tag teams are where it's at, man. I love it. I love tag team wrestling. It's great shit.
I'll leave it there. So for Joker, I am the Moon, and this is Moon Eagles Wrestling. So I'll hit the buttons and do the things now.